listeners, welcome back to my podcast. I'm Edward Musgrave Blakelock. Cumbered with Serving. Luke 10:38-42 KJV. Now it came to pass, as they went, that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet, and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. Does not the story of Martha and Mary seem to underestimate unduly the value of practical Christian service? No. A woman named Martha, the story runs, idiomatically translated, received him into her house, and her sister Mary sat at Jesus' feet and was listening to his word. Martha, distracted with much serving, came and stood over them and said, Master, do you not care that my sister has left me alone to serve? Tell her now to take a hand with me. Jesus replied, Martha, Martha, you are troubled and upset over many things. One thing you need, and that good part Mary has chosen, and it shall not be taken away from her. So runs the story. The good part was a reference to such banqueting customs as we find in Genesis 43:34. Martha is not blamed, but gently shown that the service which distracts and frays the temper is not to be preferred to quiet meditation. Unruffled attention to what the Master has to say leads to truest service. The rush of business, however laudable in motive, can, on the other hand, destroy the spirit's calm, and so mar our spirituality that the service itself loses its effectiveness. Mary had realized that man lives not by bread alone, and there is no truth more essential. Without this good part, the feast of life loses its spiritual vitamin. The service begins at the feet of Jesus, and so the story becomes a parable of Christian usefulness. Thanks for listening. I invite you to join the discussion. Visit Divine Stream Radio's podcast super site at godstreamradio.com, where you'll find podcasts from leading Christian authors and many Christian musicians. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Divine Stream Radio newsletter, where you'll receive inspiring messages and have the chance to enter their weekly draw for a chance to win a 463-page study guide of the Book of Job. You can rent or buy the Book of Job movie from this podcast description, or by visiting divinestreamradio.com directly.